Blizz, nigga. Take him back to the trap.
And we back, y'all. We flipping. And I'm here, which y'all already know who it is. My boy, Gunplay. What's
We
good?
back at it like a crack addict. You know what I'm saying? We back in the mix, man.
Back in the mix, and I'm glad to see you back.
And I feel it's good to be back, and I appreciate you, man, for real. Thank you.
Well, first and foremost, here at DPE, we want to thank you so much for taking out the time to come and sit with us. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
You know I'm from the crib, so I had to come snatch you up and see what you was talking about right quick.
That was a given.
Exactly.
That was inevitable.
But I haven't seen you in a little bit. I don't know if my ear ain't been to the streets enough, but where you been at?
Yeah.
Is it me or is it you?
It was working Panub in all the wrong places. Working Panub. That's what happened.
I know how
So
that
I got, I went into a midlife crisis. I want to get married. Turns out this was a motherfucker sent from hell at a different level, just a level under the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
And she, I got caught up in the case, and she fabricated. I ended up beating it, and I got a story to tell.
You got a story to tell. So before you get to the story, we just want to know to make sure you learned something, right?
That's what that was for.
You learned something.
Yeah.
So that was a blessing too.
That was a blessing.
Got you. So
Yeah.
I know you want to dive into that right quick. Take off for me. Tell me why you been out the eye. What's been going on?
At one point, by 2022, 23, I was looking to get married. I don't know. I just felt like it was time. I didn't want to play around no more. I wanted something serious, something real. And she was 23 with a master's degree in criminology. So I felt that her academics would match her maturity. And that was say that again through that. We hit both my
They say,
You see what I'm saying?
smart girls
Like,
don't-
come on, man. It's like how you could be so smart and just ahead of the game and all this potential, but you have zero logic. You just a narcissistic emotional mess. And I was tricked in the beginning. Not that I was tricked. I just didn't heed the warning signs, and that's why I blame myself. But again, she got pregnant, so it was like it's a really long story, man. And to keep it short, I was facing 15 years in prison for battery with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and child abuse, no great bodily harm.
Wow.
She said I upped the AK on her, pointed it at her, and choked my baby. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So she ended up wrecking the house, yelling help while she's throwing glass at me. I still got gashes on my legs and knees, but they ended up taking me to jail because when she backed me down with a knife, she put the knife to her arm, didn't push back and forth. It was a steak knife, and then it left those marks in her arm. So when the police came, they were asking me, did I pull a firearm during I said, no, I didn't pull. I'm sitting here bleeding, bro. Like, no.
Right.
And then because when she at the end of the big melee that happened in the crib, when I'm running out the house because she's basically chasing me out the house with glass and shit, she was in the crib for maybe a minute because I ran down the hallway so I could get to the staircase, just in case she comes out with my stick. So I was like, all right. She comes out. She just got the baby in hand, one hand on with the phone with her mom on FaceTime, and she got a roller luggage, and she's yelling, telling her mom to call the police, this and that, da-da-da-da. Come to find out, she stole the nanny cam, the gun, my jewelry, my phone, which had all the footage in it. The nanny cam had the footage. She changed, and then I put her in charge of basically my life, my personal, financial, money, everything that was coming in. You know what I mean? Like I put her in charge because we were a couple, and this is what, if you're gonna get married, you gotta work together as a team. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we was doing, and everything was working fine. And I put her in too deep, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Pause. And I just couldn't. She just She just couldn't handle the fame. She couldn't handle being on TV. She couldn't handle everything, and she basically, like how most women are, no logistical thinking, just emotions.
Easy on the women,
I know that, but they're out there, and you have to understand when don't fuck up a good thing, man, because niggas like me, this was a once in a lifetime. This is a rare fucking eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
And you fucked around and fell asleep during the eclipse. Like, you know, so you didn't get to
Done
see it.
missed it.
Missed it. You know what I mean? You don't put on shades and went and did some other shit. Got on your phone, TikTok, missed the whole, you know what I'm saying? So now, during the case, she got into a severe car accident, almost died.
Oh, wow.
They had to piece her back together over there in Kentucky, and she knows it was her karma. She tells me it's her karma. She still tries to revoke my bond. She just doesn't stop. 14 days before the last day of trial, which was 2.5 years of going through it and her lying and lying and lying and trying to revoke my bond every couple months. So I don't know when the other shoe is gonna drop every day, because my lawyer will call me. She made up something else, and now we got to go to court and prove some delusional, outrageous lies, and the system does nothing about it. They just run it all the way to the end, and they disregard any contradictory evidence brought to the judge, man, and to the state. Even catching her in 4K lying about a situation with her and my brother Trap God Lito, in the club, and we showed the judge it never happens, from body cam to security camera. They came in the club and got him out for nothing. She called police on him too. Like, she's doing this shit. She just willfully calling police on everybody. Like, fuck him, I got him locked up, I'm gonna get you. Like what the fuck are you doing? So they showed on camera. You know what the judge says? Oh, well, she just must have been upset. So she can go outside, call police on body cam, make up a whole cry, say that my brother, I sent him in there to kick you, punch you, and beat you up in the club. You get outside, call the police, and say all of this, and the owner of the club, Mr. Todd, comes through with the surveillance camera from when she was in the back getting her ass beat by one of them hoes fighting in the club, and it's in Taboo. Got her ass beat in the dressing room, gets kicked out. Instead of leaving, comes to where Lito's section was at. My dog tell the other homeboy, Pleasure P, that, hey, man, tell that nigga to leave. So, because he Pleasure P from Love and Hip Hop, he was in there where they got booked, and Lito got booked. So she comes in there to holler at Pleasure P, and Lito tell her, hey, man, she can't, we got an open case. She says, she gets kicked out again, goes outside and calls the police on him and says, I sent them in there to beat me up and to beat her up and all of that. Had to go to court for that. Had to show her it never happened. Oh, she must have been upset. 14 days before trial. It's over. I'm just skipping over everything. She's telling me she knows that this is her karma. Why all of this happened to her. She had a severe car accident, almost died, my nigga. And she has the audacity, dog, to screenshot all the calls that we were having with her apologizing, this karma, and she's not realizing I never called her. She called me in every single one. So they were all outgoing calls when she sent it to the state. The state said, is she serious? Does she not know that all of these are outgoing? You know what? She's not credible to stand trial, man. This is what she's telling. This is what the state told my lawyer. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I got a text message, and she said, I don't say nothing, but the state don't want to even move. Well, she's not even credible because they see that and said, what?
So you still going through the situation?
No, it's over. I beat it.
So you beat it?
Yeah,
okay,
May 5th.
So that means you should be able to talk freely.
Yeah. But it's just it's confidential what the state told my law. I fought it with a lawyer and a PD.
Gotcha.
Ran out of money. Yeah, motherfucker say, all right, listen, he worked his ass off for a little less than nothing, man. Because at the time, I lost everything. Lost everything.
He getting
and God just came through and was like, listen, just chill. Use this time to get yourself back together, reevaluate everything, reset your shit, and do what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get back out here, and all the songs that I recorded in the meantime during this whole thing, I picked out 5 of the best ones that I just said. I didn't want to sound too victimized on the shit, whereas oh no, it's just the pain of betrayal. That's what this is. So if you like Bible on the Dash, this was exactly that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that was my
Five of them.
right
It's
there.
5 of them. Yeah.
So before we get into the comeback, it sounds like it's a lot of dysfunction was going on. You still in love a little bit?
Fuck no.
You sure? I just gotta make sure now.
Yo, Z. Yo, you know how many nights I wish the Reaper on this motherfucker, man? I
I'm
wish.
just saying that's the ones y'all love the most. Now
No,
bring
no,
the
no, no, no,
motel.
no. This wasn't. She's not. I don't even. Look, I'm just giving her that respect on camera. If I had this
Keep
camera
it
off,
respectful. We gonna keep it
you
respectful.
see what I'm saying? The things that she, boy, well, my mama had to go through, and every single court day, bro, she going up there, she done call police. What the fuck does that got to do with anything, my nigga? Calling police on my dog for what? You already sat me down. What you trying to do with who else? You stole everything from me, my child. I haven't seen her since she was 6 months. She'll be 3. If she's already not 3, the 13th.
Wow.
Like there's I wish that motherfucker the happiest life. That's it.
That's it.
That's
So,
it. God bless her, man.
I told you I've been out the loop. You filling me in.
Yeah, oh that shit
Last
was
I
sick.
checked. Well, first I'm gonna touch on this age.
I passed the
This-
polygraph test. You know
this-
that,
this
right?
Age difference.
Oh, yeah, she had a master's degree at 23 years old. So I figured that, not being the maturity level, it was shown. It wasn't like she was doing. She had a little drinking situation, but she was handling a grown man's financials and household and everything. Like it was a team thing. And put her up on Love and Hip Hop to go get money because I said I've never seen nobody as young as you with that kind of went through a graduation and everything. You see what I'm saying? At 23 years old, that's not normal. You lock that down. In criminology, finna want to be a DEA agent. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Okay, got her the test and everything, failed. Went online and act like she really got it. I mean, what kind of shit is this shit on? This motherfucker is sick. I'm talking about sick. It's sick. She's sick.
Last I checked, last I was in the loop, and the person I seen like I felt really cute with you had the same name as me. My name Kiara.
Oh, Kiara. Kiara.
So, okay, I see a little smile right there, a little sip of water. Okay, now. So, I mean, am I allowed to ask how she doing? Do you know? Closer to age, that might have been I'm on the outside, but that
I'm
might
not
have been
gonna
a
hold
decent
you.
situation.
Kiara's a Taurus. She and when Tauruses don't fuck with you no more, they don't fuck with you no more. Ain't no looping the block, ain't no spinning the block with no Taurus. Number one, she's we ended on a pretty bad note. So I wouldn't expect her to say anything. I wish her the best. We had some words. Her and my wife at the time had some words, and that she started it though. She was saying, he knows where home is and all of that, and I guess they're doing the female shit. So they're going back and forth, and they started getting kind of like, fucking like kind of violent. I'll do this and that. Do that. I just said, man, I'm like, yo, come on now, dog. Like, don't do that. You over, and then so I seen, chill. All right, okay then. I'm gonna chill. Z. Yeah.
We gonna pivot a little bit.
Yeah, but I love her. I will always. She was a special woman to me because she didn't. How can I put this? She was like who I would want if I was who I am now.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying? I was just right, almost about to get right with relationships. I was right on the verge, and that's why I knew that after that one, my next one was gonna be she gonna even think this shit is too good to be true. Guarantee you. And that's what she was saying. So many days and nights she would literally. That's what made me feel good. Cause it's like, yo, I'm protecting, I'm providing. I'm like, yo, this is how this shit feel. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This is why motherfuckers be giving. Oh yeah. And then when you got two heads, it's better than one. And y'all working together and shit is going. Now we on TV and people seeing it and they're look at. They walking up to her like, I don't know what you did, man. You just changed this, man. And I'm like, I told you. I told you what I told you. And then it was great. We were laughing on the floor in the parking lot of the condo drunk one night. It was the greatest thing. But that was the throw off. Not saying that she probably had a flicker of real love at one point, but after you do what you do, you can tell she never had that. I mean, it's a narcissist have four or five steps, 4 steps. You know what I'm saying? It's love bombing, it's discard, smear campaign, and Hoover.
Wow.
Okay, so I studied this mental disorder, this personality disorder. Y'all call it personality disorder. I call it a mental disorder because there's no fucking way in hell these delusions come up in your brain and you say this out your fucking teeth and people sitting there going, yeah, nah, that shit is. I passed a polygraph test for my charges. So the things that they do, I had to study them. First was the love bombing, told me everything that I needed to hear. Second was I don't need them no more. I already got on the show. Now I'm gonna bring 3 niggas on the show in 1 year, and not one of them got put on there. She didn't get put on there, nothing. So now that's the discard fade, the smear campaign. He did this, he did that. I'm doing a tour about it. She went on Tasha K. She went on my Miami podcast. She went on saying 2 different stories. Tasha K called her out. She just doing everything the dumb bitch that just fucked up a good opportunity would do. You know what I'm saying? She thinks she really she fucked up. So then now was the Hoover. The Hoover is when they hoover around you and bring you back in so they can rinse and repeat. And that's when she came back. Yeah, I know it was my karma. Da 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 da. But da 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 da. You know, maybe we could co-parent. I'm like, yeah. I'm ready to just go to trial and get this over with because I know you're gonna lose. You've been running this whole time. That's why you try to make up different things to revoke my bond. So that every time they do that, it goes from 2 months to 3 months to 6 months to every time she does that to maybe a week before trial, she makes up an entire delusional lie. I had to prove to the court I don't call him God, and he's my hitman. Because his name is Trap Godlito on Instagram. And I text her during the co-parenting app. I said, stop lying. God is watching you, and God is going to handle you. She said, you know who's God? Who he's talking about? His best friend. He calls him God. He's his hitman. His Trap Godlito on Instagram. That's God. That's who, yeah. Bring him into court.
So look, wait. Before you go in, we're going to pivot a little bit because we want to make sure we talk about the positive, too. We're going to talk about the positive, too.
If you find one, please show me where it's at because I've been looking for it.
You finna... I'm talking about the positive things that are going on with you right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
so we coming out of the dysfunction.
Okay, yeah, let's get up out of there. That shit too hot in there, man.
We coming out the dysfunction, and I'm gonna just put it as they say sometimes it's good when it's good, and sometimes it's bad when it's bad, right? But we gonna come back to the good.
Yes.
So we see you outside. You
chirp. You hear the birds already, right?
Right. It's a beautiful day.
Right.
You running around town. I see you outside with Baby Savage. What y'all got going on?
I've been rocking with Savage, man, almost a decade now, man. If it ain't been a decade already, dog. That's my dog. You know what I mean? When it's time to work, I know I give him a call. We gonna tear the city up. He gonna, you know what I mean? If I got a vision, he'll bring it to life. And my vision was to have, a listening session where it's more intimate. You know what I'm saying? Than a club performance. And I need, you know what I mean? I want the media there for, you know what I mean? I need the influence. I just need to. It's really a therapeutic for me, man. For real, more than promote. I'm promoting an album, but it's more therapeutic. That's for me, because I can finally, I'm tired of chewing his fucking ear off too about this shit, and he like, God damn it, Gunplay, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, that's all him, a couple other motherfuckers that I consider my close brothers that I could vent to without them, you know what I mean? Like trying to You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. So you said it was therapeutic.
This is therapeutic now. Yeah, talking about
Hmm.
it and performing on it and everything.
So is there anybody else you wanted to recognize as far as who help you out of that situation or was standing by your side when you were in that
Yeah,
situation?
G to K. Shout out to G to K. That used to be our road manager back in the Triple C's Maybach days, and that's my brother for life. He really changed my outlook on spirituality and everything. So I was doing Santeria for 13 years, and
Hmm.
it was what I did, and it was what I knew. And during the case, I had to. I'm not saying I had to, but I felt in my gut that it was time to denounce everything that wasn't of God and the
Hmm.
Bible and Jesus and that's everybody has their own way to source, and this was mine's, and I had to go there and
So do you consider yourself Christian, or are you just saying you found a different type of spirituality within yourself?
see that's the thing with see the more research I do, the more I if you want to call it a Christian, I guess, but I know that religion is not spirituality.
Hmm.
That's a man construct with the
Hmm.
church and being the and they're the I'll go there. You know what I'm saying? But so knowing this information, that's why I'm gonna I ask God to give me the discernment when I'm reading these scriptures, when I am going through something, to where it'll strengthen my faith, and I read it and I'm like, you know what? Like, nah, like, how would you know this type of shit back in AD or whatever the fuck? Or, I know it's something real here.
Hmm.
I was on the verge of becoming a Mason. I would have been a Santeria in Masonry and thinking I had all the sense. You see what I'm saying? And,
Hmm.
and, and really just poor soul running ragged. Everybody got a piece of my shit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, that wasn't it. So God had to sat me down, I guess, through this situation and get me closer, because I done led a lot of people astray. And I just want to let you know, man, hey, it's real. God real. Jesus real. For me, everybody got their own personal. Sometimes it's a different way to source. That's you go there. You go
Hmm.
there. I don't. That's on you. Will I argue it down? Argue you down? No, I can't. How can I argue anything that I can't put into words?
Right, right. Especially when you're still trying to decipher it. But the closer you
Especially
get to yourself, the
you.
closer you get to God. That's
Yeah.
how I put it.
Yeah, I feel like we if we're in his image, we got the powers. He gave us the powers and
Hmm.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta just align ourselves with source, man. Align ourselves. It's
Hmm.
just don't let the distractions and all of that. See, that was the biggest distraction. It was, instead of going hard and being consistent with my music, I want to start families and doing dumb shit.
Love be
I'm
that
just
distraction
yeah.
sometimes.
I just want to live. I just be wanting to live. I want to feel love. I want somebody to at one point like, you know what, dog. I really want to try this shit, dog. I'm tired of running through these women.
So now that we mitigated these distractions, what you got going on? I heard you got a project coming out.
Yep, and so I captured everything and put it into a 5-song EP called "This Time Is Personal."
Hmm.
So it's basically everything that I was going through, my emotions, my roller coaster of emotions, the spiritual warfare,
Hmm.
talking about my faith, talking about redemption, talking about the pain of betrayal, the most introspective piece of work that I've done thus far, hands down. You know what I mean? It's not. No, it's Bible on the dash times 5. That's what it. That's the only thing, and I couldn't capture that unless my back was against the wall, like it
Hmm.
was on Bible on the dash, on the run, armed robbery, doing dumb shit. This time I didn't do it, so I got a different. Imagine somebody blaming you for something you didn't do, and now you're looking at 15 years in prison, and it's publicly being displayed
They say diamonds are created under pressure.
under pressure.
Is there a specific track on there that you want people to especially be on the lookout for?
Yeah, the Phases. It's the first record on the album.
Hmm.
I think that one will sum up the entire album. If you don't listen to anything, that one record would just let you know what's going on. And if you wanna hear more, you'll be like, okay, nah. This one called Bleed 7 Days. A bitch will look you in the eye, tell a bold-faced lie. Don't believe it if it bleeds 7 days and don't die. You know what I'm saying?
Okay
So
then.
that's another one. I got Thin Lines when we got I Know on there. We got Richard Plain on there. These are just records that just mean the world to me, man. I had a lot. I just wanted to narrow them down to five.
So I know what's hot right now, especially in the younger community, is pain music. Will you consider this
Yeah.
project pain music?
Oh, the pure in its purest form.
Okay,
In its
so
purest form.
so they definitely
Absolutely.
gonna feel it then.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Chills. Chills. I still get chills. You gotta hear it. You gotta listen to it and just be like, damn.
Is it already released or when is it
March
released?
6th.
March 6th. Okay,
March
so y'all
6th.
guys be on the lookout. March 6th.
Yep.
We definitely gonna wanna,
This time is personal, man.
it's personal. This time is personal. March 6th. Gunplay gonna lay it out all on the line. Connect your
Yes.
soul to the music, y'all.
Yep. Yep.
So I also heard you was working with Jay-Z. You was out on tour with him.
Yeah, that was when I first when we first came in the game, man. Early we got the hustling record late fourth quarter. We was on tour probably like maybe second quarter of '06. Yeah.
Mhm.
And first date was in Ireland. I didn't know we was gonna be there, man. And that's when I got to see that him perform live, number one, and I got to see the impact that he has around the world and
Mhm.
why, because of the music and the instruments that are played during these concerts,
Mm.
are otherworldly, out of body shit. You know what I'm saying? It's made for big arenas, man, and to be there and witness it and be a Jay Z fan and be able to see him perform every night and pick up little tidbits and why he's so successful and why his shows are millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You know, to book and shit like that, and I say like, okay, like this is why you pay all that money for this, because this is some different shit, bro. Like it's not just a. I don't know, you have to go to a Jay Z concert. Hopefully he performs again, man. But we did that for about 2-3 weeks, man. We was on tour, and his birthday we spent at one of the clubs. Beyonce was there, and it was like a dream come true. I ain't get it. I'm like, we in London. I'm
Mm.
standing on the couch. Jay's there. I got that bottle of Ace of Spades. Ross over there. Beyonce over there. Bleak over there. All them Rockefeller niggas, and we just all there vibing, bro. And it's just like, this
That's an
is crazy,
experience.
bro. This is crazy. Amsterdam, all
How
that.
did that change?
Germany, Berlin, all that. That shit was wild.
How did it change your perspective and your outlook on your own career? That
That
experience.
sky's that sky's there ain't no limit. Sky's not no limit. You can go. You know what I mean. You just got to really lock in, man. You got to lock in. You got to lock in.
So do you see yourself falling into love again anytime soon, or do you are you being strict on yourself? What's your outlook on that?
Absolutely not.
Ah! So you're gonna focus at least for a little bit. You know, we can't tell the future now. Love just be trapping you
I know, and I'm
sometimes.
going. The Almighty Heavenly Father gonna have to come down, grab her hand, grab my hand, and go like this. I need you to shake hands and sit down. This is Richard. This is your future wife. All right. Now, I need y'all to go ahead on and vibe up. I'm sending her, and if
Yeah.
not, if I literally don't get that, I will be focused on myself and the rest of my career. I'm gonna get into acting, so that's something you can do for the rest of your life,
Mhm.
because I'm into arts and entertainment, man. This is what I do. I signed up myself with my spirit for life. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely. So we know you did, a little bit of acting, but we definitely gonna see you around again. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. The next thing we might see you in is actually called Karma. That's produced by Del Proof Entertainment, you guys.
Yep.
So yeah, we definitely gonna
We're
see
gonna
you
make
see
something
you
happen. We
again
got
real
to.
real real soon. Um, But once again, we don't have that much time. They trying to kick
Yeah,
us up out of
I
here.
know, right?
But before we go, I want to know,
Damn.
what do you want the people to know? People maybe have their perspective of who Gunplay is. They may think they know who you are. Clear it up. Tell us who you are. Who's the new you?
I'm resilient and I'm brilliant now. That's who I am. I'm resilient and I'm brilliant. You know what I mean? I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. I used to be a knucklehead. I used to leave everything up to chance and just whatever. But now, my nigga, no I'm not no crash out. Never. Well, yeah, I was, but I'm not anymore. And I want people to listen to this project. And if you've been following me, I want you to just gauge my growth on here. When you hear it, you're gonna understand where I was coming from. Especially if you knew if you go into my story and see what happened and all of that, and just see what a nigga been through, and listen to this, and say, yeah, he did it. That was tactful.
Well, Gunplay, again, we want to thank you for coming. We're not in the studio right now. This is InDaYo Podcast, but we had a special venue, for you tonight. And InDaYo Podcast would just like to greatly thank you again for coming through, telling us your story,
Yes, ma'am.
clearing it up, letting the people know what's going on, letting the people know a new Gunplay in town. He got some new music coming out March 6th, his five track EP.
Mm-hmm.
Pain music.
Yes,
Y'all gonna feel
fully.
it. He gonna tell y'all the story, and he gonna show y'all the new version of him. Okay, he gonna be on. Got the music. Gonna be in film, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see you doing a few more other things, a little
Yes,
collabs, endorsements, all kind of stuff.
yes,
But this is
ma'am.
the new and improved Gunplay.
Brand new,
Y'all
man. We back
respect it.
outside. We back outside, baby.
And this in the Yo podcast signing off with Big Key, DPE. Y'all tap in.
Salute.